Okay, so the film I'm going to review is a film I did a trailer reaction for, and the film just showed up on Netflix, so I decided to watch it. And another reason is because the lead actor gets to sleep with Kareena Kapoor, so I'm pretty interested in what he's got to say. Okay, now I got to be upfront. He's not going to say anything about Kareena, my Hindi crush, but I mean, it's Saif Ali Khan. All right, he's a lucky guy. I admit it. He gets to be with her, my Hindi crush. So that says something about him, right? And that nothing as an actor, which we'll get into in a second. But the film that I'm going to review in the trailer I just did a trailer reaction to is Kartava, Kartavian? No, Kartavian. Kartavian. Kartavian, I think. And loosely translated, it means duties. It just dropped on Netflix. It's directed by Pulkit, who also directed Malik. Saif Ali Khan, who I've seen in a lot, Goa Goa Gone, which I loved, Sacred Games, which I loved, Phantom, which was okay, Rasika Dugal, who was in Mirzapur. I reviewed season one, by the way, if you want to check that out. Zakir Hussain, who was in Ikkis and Baby John. Sanjay Mishra, who's in Bholaa, which I love. Jolly LLB, he was very funny in that too. And Kick. And Yudhvir Ahlawat, who was in Love Hostel, who was excellent in this film. No factoids, none were available. So let's get into the review. And the first thing we'll talk about is the story. Now, okay, so let me say this. I'm going to do, well, let me say two things. One, something changed in the algorithm on YouTube. These videos that I've been posting haven't been getting the kind of hits. Now, I pray it's not the quality that you guys aren't watching it, but I know I've been reading about it. Something's going on with the new algorithm. So it's even more important now, if you haven't already, to please subscribe, hit the notification button, hit the like button. If you have subscribed already, it's really important. Hit the like button and make a comment. It makes a difference on the algorithm. Okay. Also, there are spoilers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a non-spoiler review. Then I'm going to do a spoiler section, and I will mark it in below the comments so you'll know exactly where to go. Okay. So I don't want to spoil this for you because there are some spoilers. Now, I will also say this: unless you are a complete moron maniac, you're going to figure out every spoiler before it happens. That's just the truth about this film. Okay. Now, the story. The story is about a good cop trying to make the right decisions and the struggle to do so when your family is threatened. Now, if you haven't seen this film and you watch the trailer, you would think this is about solving a murder and a procedural police drama. And you'd be right for about 25% of this film. This film turned into something completely different, with the opening salvo being a murder of a journalist. Um, because it really turns into, and I do have a question about this, and I want to be careful how I word this. It's based on the caste system in a village where if you marry outside the caste without without family permission, well, it's not supposed to happen, first of all. At least that's what they imply. And if it does happen, the odds are the couple that did it's going to be killed by the village. So my question is, now I mistakenly used the phrase. I was talking about a movie that I watched, 1947 Earth, where a young girl, like 12 years old, was going to marry an old guy. And I said, is that still a thing? And I did use the term a thing, and that probably wasn't right. So I want to phrase this right, but is that a cultural phenomenon still where a village like that, because this is not set in the past, it's set in present day, where this village literally kills a couple because they're marrying outside the caste. Is that culturally still happening? I mean, that really, and that's what this movie ended up being about for three quarters of the film. I mean, the outside frame of it is the investigation of this murder, but it really is that's what the story's about. And Saif Ali Khan is in the middle of it because he finds out the assassin's a kid, so he's got to unravel that mystery. Now it that takes a side story because his brother wants to marry outside the caste, and his father, who's a real hard ass, doesn't want that. And the village hears rumors about it, and they talk about what's going to happen if it's true. What is the father going to do? And that's the dynamic between the father and Saif Ali Khan's character, who is Pawan. And by the way, the father is very good in this too, just evil. Um, so there's a very powerful, and I'm not even sure what he was. I guess I'll call him a guru. And what was his name? Anad Shri. And he's involved, but he's a very powerful person with police in his pocket and a gang in his pocket, and he's involved. And again, I'm not giving any spoilers away, but it's not too hard to figure out because they figure out pretty quickly he's involved. And then it's Saif Ali Khan trying to solve this, find the kid, protect his family, protect his brother, and that's the film. And in the end, he has to decide: does he go along to get along, or does he stick by his duty and do the right thing? Now, I won't tell you what he does till I get to the spoiler section, but that's really it. Now, and well, okay, so the story, which I liked, I actually liked the story, even though it went in a completely different direction than what I thought. So if you're looking for like a cop drama, this isn't it. I mean, there's elements of it, but it's not the thrust of the story. You would not get that by the trailer. But I give the story a seven. Yeah, and I like the story. Now, I do have to say this that there are very predictable things that happen in this film. In fact, I wrote some of them down before it was revealed. So there are a lot of twists in this, but you'll figure them out pretty quickly. And that doesn't diminish what I thought about the story. Okay. Now, as far as performances go, I thought Saif Ali Khan was very good in this. He's not a super cop. He's not Ajay Devgan. He's not Singham. In fact, there's really one fight scene, and he gets the crap wailed out of him. Um, he was very grounded, nothing over the top. There was no Bollywood songs. It wasn't like that. They weren't throwing people a mile away. I thought he was really good, and the emotions he played um, as he's trying to figure things out, as he figures things out, as he's worried about his family. I thought he was really good. His partner, who was played by Sanjay Mishra, who plays the judge, the funny judge in Jolly LLB, was also very good in this as his partner, who's trying to get him to do the right thing, trying to support him. Uh, and the bad guys were fine. Actually, I thought one of the better performers was the kid assassin, because the the emotions that kid goes through the course of the film, and he's not in it that much, but he was really really good. And he was played by try to read that without your glasses, John. Yudhvir Ahlawat. He was really good. And I don't know how old the kid is, but he was excellent. So the performances I thought were really solid. I thought everyone was pretty good, and I actually gave the performances an eight. I thought, like I said, Saif Ali Khan's the anchor of this film, and he's good. The father, just terrible. The bad guy was a two-dimensional, twirl your mustache bad guy who really doesn't get his comeuppance in the film, which I was disappointed about. Now, maybe there are things that happen that maybe after the film that's when he's going to get his comeuppance. But and there's no, I can't get clips for this because it's so new. So I don't have any scenes or anything, but there were a few things that did bother me about the film before I get to. Well, I'm going to talk about music because the incidental music was fine, but there's like he's there. It opens with a birthday party. They give him a birthday cake. All the cops. It says "Happy 40th birthday." Now Saif Ali Khan is 55. Does he look 40? I don't think so. Second, for his birthday, he gets white sneakers, tennis shoes, because that's all he wears. And that a couple times he gets those as gifts. There's no payoff to that at all. The other thing that did annoy me in this film a lot was no one who carries a gun can hit anything. There are scenes when five guys are shooting and nobody hits anything. And there's a firefight back and forth and nobody can hit each other. And they're not too far away either. I find that a little. You've got this grounded film, right? And it is. It's pretty grounded. It's not Malayalam grounded or Tamil. No, Tamil grounded. You know what I mean? But for a Hindi film, it's really grounded. And that just kind of was like, really? No one can hit anything? Is that really what we're doing in this one? So that was kind of interesting. Okay, the music, it's only incidental music, and the incidental music was fine. There was no musical numbers. This film wouldn't be appropriate for it. It wouldn't have worked. I gave the music a five. Didn't hurt. Didn't help. Overall, look, for the type of film it is, and for the predictability of it, and a lot of it was very predictable. It's a short watch. Um, I think if you're a Saif Ali Khan fan, I think you'll really like it. But I gave it a six. It's a it was a good watch. Um, I think you'll like it once you get past some of the nitpicky stuff that I talked about. But overall, I thought it was pretty good. So if you get a chance, check it out. It's shorter than 2 hours, so it's not going to take a lot of time to watch it. So check it out. Okay, so that's my spoiler free review. So now I'm going to talk about spoilers. So I'm going to give you 5 seconds to get away if you haven't seen it, and then after you watch it, come back and watch the spoilers. Okay. Okay, we're back. So the biggest spoiler in the film, which you could see coming a mile away, was that his partner, his buddy, played by Sanjay Mishra, is working for the bad guy, and he's supposed to protect this kid assassin who is roped in by the bad guy to do these things. And Saif Ali Khan just wants to protect the kid. And there's a scene where he's gonna get him over the border, and then this Ashok says, "No, no, I'll do it. You take care of your family. I'll take care of this." And they show him driving the kid across the border. Well, then Saif Ali Khan tries calling him, and it says disconnected, disconnected. Right. So now they show in a flashback what happened. He set him up to the bad guys. The bad guys shot him, killed him a mile away. You saw that coming. I knew right away that he was going to be, because there was something else too, that when the assassin, and I thought about it, and obviously in hindsight, when the assassin, when they killed the reporter, Saif Ali Khan was driving, and he said, "How come you didn't shoot him? How come you didn't shoot him?" He ended up getting shot in the arm. That's a whole nother thing too. If he's working for the bad guy, he ran the risk of being killed by this assassin. So that was kind of a cheat. So it was definitely a misdirection, even though you could figure out pretty quickly who the guy was working for. That was kind of, I didn't like that. And the other thing they did was they there's a scene where this same guy puts Saif Ali Khan Pawan's brother and his wife, they eloped, in a house that his sister owns to protect them from I think it was called Panchat. I think that's what the village was called, Panchat. Did I write that down? I think that's what it was. The village. Um, at the same time, okay, this is when you knew what was going on. He says, "I'll drive the kid to the border, and you can use this house for your brother and his wife." Now, what bothered me about it was once Saif Ali Khan figures out that he's working for the bad guy, he doesn't figure out that his brother is in danger, his brother and his wife. So that kind of bothered me. Um, and they they're killed. Now they don't show it, but the before Ashok is killed, he tells him that his father slit the throat of his brother. And we'll get to the father in a second. But there's another scene where the bad guys come to Saif Ali Khan's house to get the confession that the kid wrote before he was killed. And there's like five thugs, and they beat the crap out of him. They hit him over the head with I don't know if it was a bat or whatever it was. And rather than just go in the house and find the confession, they give him till tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock to return to get the confession. Really? They had him on the ropes. That's it. They could have just gone in and got it. Okay. So that was kind of silly. And the other thing that I thought was a big miss. So he finds out that his father killed his brother and his wife. So he drives his father out to a field. And the father, like, he told him that the son wanted to see him. The son that the father already knows is dead because he killed him. So he brings him out to this field. And the night before, they had a impassioned argument about you're the father, you got to protect your son. It was a great scene. But in this scene, he just kind of yells at him a little bit and then kills him. That's it. No, you know, this is why I know what you did. This was your son. No big. I thought this was a real dramatic moment. Nope. Shoots him, lights up the car, lights him up. He's gone. And the confession is put in, and they're going to go after the bad guy, but they don't show that happening either. But again, if it's very very predictable. Now, I'm picking on the film now a little bit, even though I kind of actually liked it. But that stuff did bother me. And they weren't, if you're going to have twists, they got to be a little more clever than they were in this. It was pretty obvious what was going on. Like they'll show you, like the kid getting killed, it's done in a flashback, right? So you see what Ashok really did, which was fine. But so that kind of bothered me a little bit. I would have liked to have seen a much better scene with the father, and really, you know. But that was the whole thing, because now there's a narration that he does a voiceover about doing the right thing, your duty, and you have to do the right thing. So he's an honest cop trying to do the right thing. So that's it. That's the spoilers for that. Let me know what you think. I mean, if you saw it, did you see the same thing I saw? It was pretty obvious, right? But again, let me know what you think in the comments section, okay? I asked you once, I'm going to ask you again. Please subscribe, hit the notification button, hit the like button, make a comment. Listen, you don't even have to have a relevant comment. Sometimes Cooley just goes, hey, but you know what? It makes a difference. And it doesn't cost him anything to do, so he does it. So would you do that? Please, for me. I'm pumping out a lot of content for you guys. And I love it because you guys are recommending a lot of stuff. And I'm doing the best I can to get it out as fast as I can. But I'm trying to hit 4,000, and I'm like stuck at 3,830. So I need your help to get to that 4,000. Okay. All right. That's it. That's my review of this film, Kartavyan, that just came out on Netflix. So check it out if you get a chance. Again, if you're a Saif Ali Khan fan, I am, because he's sleeping with Kareena Kapoor, but also as an actor. And that's it. We'll talk to you soon on John Talks Indian Cinema with another movie review, a trailer reaction, or a song reaction. Thanks for watching, everyone.